Hello and welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft Season 2, episode, I believe this is 52. I'm pretty sure it's 52. But last episode we got that house over there set up. We got started on the mega base, which is actually going to be my next goal, is to get that done while I'm still looking for the wither heads. Because in between episodes, I am actually going out and trying to get the wither skulls. They are very complicated to get. I need to get looting at some point. But for right now, we are just going to focus on the village and get that set up before I try to tackle my next quest. And today we are focusing on, again, the market. I have a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory to try and, well, do the best I can with the area I'm given. Hi. I also need to get a name for that cat. But I did have some barrels and stuff set up in here originally. I haven't really come back in here and just kind of set some stuff up for it. But today I'm planning on doing that. Just get these small little details in here. I may actually try and get some raw fish and put it on a few of these campfires maybe. But this is meant to be a giant marketplace, so I'm going to try and make it feel more like that today. So I will come back after I get some of these detail blocks in, and we can get started on something. Okay, first kind of little touch in, I have a whole bunch of wood here. This is all stripped, meant to be bought for more building purposes, because some of these houses have stripped logs on them. So I figured this would make sense. It's just some spruce in the middle because it's the wood type I currently have the most of, some mangrove, some birch, and some oak. With a nice little thing of maybe some smaller bits, and then right here next to here, and then over here. Now another thing I want in order to add some more texture to this is maybe some more farm goods and some more blocks of items like this coral I have here. But I have to dig through my storage in order to see if I have any. Alrighty. Now we have this little guy here. We have another one over here with another pumpkin, just adding a touch more color to the area. As well as I kind of finished off this little vicinity. So it looks like there's a little storage area behind here. Now to try and go clean out my inventory to get ready for the next part. Okay, I just realized that I hadn't even decorated the witches area. So now I have a brewing stand and all of this. But also, I just realized something. I used most of my blaze powder to make Eyes of Ender. I had enough blaze rods left to make that brewing stand. I may have to go to the Nether today, and I am not happy about that. Ay. Why wasn't I killing wither? Why was I so focused on withers that I wasn't killing blaze? Ah! Okay. Best thing to do, get it out the way. Let's go ahead and drop off everything I have. Okay. We are up here. Gold boots equipped. Not very happy about it, but I have it. I did upgrade these boots as well. I need to get mending on them so I can fix them. But with one last look at our library, we have to go back in. Okay, and there's the other hole. Oh no, that's a ghast. I've forgotten my bow. Let's just pray she doesn't see me, shall we? Pretty sure I went that way after this. Why is she direct? Why is it the one time I don't bring my bow somewhere, the ghast is where she can most definitely see me? Oh, bust through a wall here. Pretty sure it's off that way. And I'm just gonna run for it. Ha! That one was a little bit closer than I'd like to admit. I liked it. Okay, where did I go from here? Went here. Okay. Okay, back. Whew. Every time I come to this place. Chaos. Okay, there we go. I need to get looting on my sword, because it's actually pretty good. I need smite and sharpness on it. Not sharpness, but I need smite and looting. I'm definitely gonna want smite on something to fight the wither. I'm gonna need looting in order to take care of all the wither skeletons, so I can actually get the wither skulls. Ow. Brood! No spawning behind me, bro! There we go. 10 blaze rods. Let's go. I'm heading out. Oh, there's a wither skeleton in my way. And a ghast. There's another one over there, too. God, this was a horrible time to not have my bow. Okay, he despawned. Good. Much as I wanted to get that wither skull, I am not going to risk my butt to get one. Oh, wait, before we do anything else. Swapped my gold boots because this is nether waste. I'll end up dead. Oh my. That's a heck of a weather thing to go into. Doesn't the library look so pretty? Now I have made it for that mistake by grabbing 10 more blaze rods. Let's hope I don't run out again. Yay. You know, I should probably actually make potions of fire resistance. Alrighty. Now, excuse the rain. It's not night, so I can't really sleep it out yet. But I also worked on the mega base a little bit. Last time you guys saw this, it was just a bunch of honeycomb blocks. I got tired of the bright yellow. Not to mention, I wanted to do some more figuring it out over camera. There was actually a few things that I've changed as far as how the walls sit because of, well, how I wanted it to look. Like this spot over here came off the middle block originally, and it was just this long flat wall, so I decided to change that up a little bit and give it a little bit more texture. Same over here. This tower has actually went over one. The entire thing has just shifted one block over. So this came out a little bit weird, so I decided to indent this piece and then give this a little bit more texture. I haven't continued it out. I'll be figuring that out as I go. But for right now, I was kind of trying to figure out the height of these towers, because both of these had to be the same height. And I wanted these two towers, since they're right next to one another, to be different kind of heights, so they weren't touching the entire way up. But I have a few things of this kind of figured out. Figured I'd show you guys while waiting for the rain to go away. There we go. So that I can continue work on everything else. I'm about to try building something that I'm not so sure how it's really going to look. So I want to build some longboats. I don't know how they're going to turn out. They're probably going to turn out god-awful, since I'm doing this from just pure memory. But some of these spots are way too small to actually hold ships in them. I have the ability to build shipwreck style ships. So the normal sizes ships that are found within the game already. And just put more detail into them. Well, those aren't going to fit in these tiny spots. So I want to do like some more long boats, like kind of sea fisher boats kind of style. And kind of put those in these smaller areas. Like, so we can put some bigger, or put some smaller ships here that seem to come off of bigger ships out in the ocean. And then have some bigger ships lined up on the sides. That's kind of what I'm feeling for, and right now I kind of want to do like a fisher boat. I'm going to actually do it over here. Because I wanted this to kind of be like a fishing canal type of sort of thing. So while it's raining, I'm just going to get down in the water since my character's already wet and try to build a fisher boat over here. Okay. Needs like a little bit of like one of those triangle-esque type of sails. But it could in fact work. Now I do have a torch in there right now because the bottom of it is spawnable. So I do have a torch in there currently. I'm probably going to have a lantern on it at the end. But for the time being, it actually doesn't look too bad. It's more, it's got more shape to it below the surface, if you can kind of see. It's got more shape to it below the surface. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that shape or I'm going to change this all to be slabs and just make it a little bit more flat along the bottom. I'm just going to let that kind of dwell. See how I feel about it. If I desperately don't like it, it is off to the side and I can just fiddle around with it off camera and see how I feel about the entire ordeal. Now, I kind of need to set up for the next auto farm I have plans on. The next big auto farm I plan on doing is my sheep farm. I want a sheep of every single color, constantly producing wool. I need to figure out where in my village I'm going to put it. And I'm heavily debating as to where to put it. Because right now, my sheep are over here. There are 6 of them. 2 of each neutral tone color. 1 white, 1 black, 1 gray. Well, technically 2 of each, but still. I'm debating whether or not I want to put them across here, but that takes them out of my loading zone a lot of the time. So, sticking them over there would mean I have less wool production. I'm thinking about maybe doing like the building here and then using like this bit of flat space here, like I can completely flatten this off, fill this in and flatten this off, and using this as like an open place for my cows, and then maybe have a few sheep mixed in like inside a barn or something, but put a barn over here, put a barn up in this space here, maybe flatten this off a bit more or so. Don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. But put a barn here. Put a barn probably back in there somewhere. Definitely make some more retaining wall along here. And then that could probably be my final animal farm. Well, not my final one, but it'd be the major one that I have to deal with. But that's also going to come with the fact of I've got to clear the space in order to get a good look at it anyway. So give me just a second. We're going to work on clearing some space. Okay, now I am wanting to keep this bigger oak tree. I think it's actually in a good position. It's right next to the retaining wall. And it's right in the area where I want to put the cows. So that tree can probably stay there as kind of like some shade for the cows whenever they get over here. So I want to keep that tree there, but you can see exactly how much space we're working with. Now, I think I'm going to end up bringing this space down to here. I'm going to bring this all up to that level so we have enough space to actually build the barn, and I am going to end up carving it into the back here. So it's going to end up being built completely into this little hillside here. I won't say mountainside because it's not a mountain, it's just a little hill. But something's probably going to go up on that hill at some point, so I'm just going to build it into it and hope for the best in the long run. Now, back here, there is a bit of an exposed cave. I've been down in it. I've definitely went down in there mining. Ignore the barrel. I've started pulling a sausage and just storing stuff in random barrels around my base. Because some days you're just too lazy to actually go put it in your storage system. Anyway, I actually want to make this like looking like a functional mine at some point. Really fancy looking and stuff like that. So I have actually cleared the space out. I do have a lantern down in here and some fancy slabs and stuff. And I've kind of cleared a bit of the space out. I eventually want to turn this into the actual staircase to get down in that. but I want this to kind of turn into like the mine of the town, where they get all their stone resources from and stuff like that. And it is right over here, which is actually a pretty accessible area for the rest of the village. But we're not talking about that now. This area is probably going to be covered up. I'm going to do it just like I did over there with that one that I still have to finish covering up. But I'm just going to put a 2-layer thick of dirt over this entire thing and pretend it doesn't exist, at least for the time being. I can make it look pretty later. So I'm going to grab some dirt so I can go ahead and terraform a bit of this. And we can get properly set up for the next video. Okay, step number 1, done. That's actually a whole bunch of area I can work with. And will probably work with to get all my cows in there. Now, I've got to figure out... which level was it? This level. Or was it this one? I think it was this one. Bringing it up to the 3rd level. I've got to figure out how to make this cliff not look as intense. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That way it's not just a stark wall right there. It is a bit of growth up here. Okay, that's a bit better. Now I do have to go get some more dirt to fill all of this in. But we now have the cliffside. It looks very stark from this end. But... from this end, it looks a lot better, and as the grass grows over this, it's going to look even better. So, I want to run and grab a whole bunch more dirt, and we're going to work on terraforming this thing. Okay, sadly didn't get rid of as much dirt as I would want to, but there we go, a nice space for us to work with, and I did try and blend these edges a bit, so it isn't as harsh of just being a flat plane. I think I may actually put a piece of dirt there to grow in. And eventually the dirt will, or the grass will cover this entire thing. I'm gonna do some torches, just a little bit of torch spam. So we can have this grow all the time instead of just during the day. But that's going to be next episode. We're going to be focusing entirely in this area in the next episode. I need to get this farm in place, and I already have 2 farms in this area. I have my bee farm in there, and then I have my cactus farm right there. And then my tree farm is back there. Well, technically, it's a flat plane I throw my trees on to cut them down. But this will be the space for my cows will be down there in their own little barn area. And then my sheep farm will be up here. I'm probably going to dig out a portion of this hill, probably off camera, just to give me a bit more space in the back. I'll probably like cut back this hill a bit. But there is another ginormous cave back here. This is the other entrance that you may have seen earlier to the cave that we just covered up. That's the other entrance to it. So I also have to cover that one up. But that will be later. For today, we've got this done. We went to the Nether, got blaze rods, and we worked on the market some. So overall, a very multitasking type of day. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!